They all float down here in Audio Theory Radio.
That's usually where a turd reference might come in.
Bloop.
Septic Man.
Sploosh.
Septic Man.
It is a real movie, Septic Man.
Is it really?
Yes,
Oh my god.
It's available for rent. I've been wanting to like randomly see it because it's a. I mean, I don't want to pay money for it, so I guess I'm just waiting on them to put it on Netflix, which needs to happen. All right, what are we doing here?
And welcome to another Halloween.
Because now it really totally is October.
It totally is this time. It really is October for real. And on today's ghoulishly evil episode of this podcast,
We're gonna slowly talk.
yeah,
So it
so
draws out the
unenthusiastic.
Hells bells! Did you hear that coming out with a new album?
Who, AC/DC?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love some AC/DC, but let it die, y'all. Let it die.
It's like Michael Bay trying to do another Transformers movie, or Sony trying to keep Spider-Man alive.
Oh God! Oh my God! They're wanting to. The Sinister Six movie is going to be a slight reboot. Like,
Hey,
oh my God!
What was wrong with
Speaking of reboots, Ghostbusters getting a reboot.
Yeah, and
I want them to leave that
And
alone.
and talk about sequels. Super Troopers 2 has been confirmed.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
been confirmed a long time.
Yeah,
ago.
but
They're just,
they're
like,
finally
self-funding
officially
that.
confirming
Yeah,
it.
they've
like-
been trying so
Did you
hard
hear
to get
about
that
Joe
movie
Dirt?
made,
Oh no.
Joe Dirt 2 released on Crackle.
and it's out.
No, not yet. They're filming it. Like they're waiting on like the right script and everything. Right, that's in the process, but it could be released on
David
Crackle.
Spade is a whore.
You know,
That's all he is a whore from
out of
Vegas.
all
No,
of
see
those,
that's the thing because he's not a whore because he wasn't in Grown Ups 2.
well, he was in Grown Ups 1.
Yeah, but he saw how bad it was and he's like, nope,
He wasn't in Grown Ups 2?
nope.
I know
He
Rob
was.
Schneider wasn't. I
Yeah,
know
he
Rob
was.
Schneider
Wait,
said,
wait,
"Fuck
Yeah,
this."
David Spade
Okay,
was
so
in
it was
it.
David Spade that was in it.
Because he was one
So
of
it
the...
was Rob Schneider.
Rob
that said,
Schneider
fuck,
who wasn't
okay.
in it.
Rob Schneider
Wow.
said, "Fuck this shit."
Okay, see that's a little stranger than David Spade because Rob Schneider.
Yeah, Rob Schneider will do anything.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my God.
I mean, he did Animal House. I mean, was it
Animal.
The
God,
Animal?
I
yeah.
hated that fucking movie.
and then
Animal House was a good movie. That was an old ass movie.
Oh, yeah,
what was
the
that
old
other
Animal
movie?
House, yeah.
The hot chick was cool though.
Man,
Hot
the
chick.
hot chick, the only reason I enjoyed myself watching that was the night where we were all fucking partying at Allison's house and we got fucking home like at 5, 6 in the morning. Dad had rented the movie. We popped it in. We were all fucking stoned. And that's when like y'all started throwing cupcakes at the fucking ceiling
we waited
fan.
until the movie was over. I remember watching the whole movie all quiet, just eating cereal on the floor.
Yeah, but yeah, that was the night y'all were throwing cupcakes at the ceiling fan.
Night we fucked with Kevin too.
And they're all laughing and shit. And I'm like, what are y'all laughing at? What are y'all laughing at? And, oh man, you'll find out soon. And like next thing I know, I like rub my fingers through my hair and there's like cupcake icing all in my fucking hair, man.
That's why he's going bald.
Yeah, man.
You
That's,
guys call baldness because of icing.
yeah, dude.
that was Hostess, the chocolate thing.
The hostess with the mostess.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, so
sorry, Rob Zombie.
on today's horror extravaganza, motherfucker.
So when was the first time you heard Rob Zombie?
So
It's kind of an irrelevant question.
So this is basically part 5 of the... No, this is part 4 of the Halloween retrospectives this year. And it's technically part 2 of our Wyatt and Rob Zombie trilogy of retrospectives. Give us a scary noise, Josh. Yo, my God, it's so scary.
So ghoulish.
That fart was absolutely ghoulish, Terrence.
I wonder what day is this coming out on? It's my birthday. That'd be
Oh, all right, yeah.
October 23rd, baby.
We'll try to post this on your birthday, Josh, and say, Happy birthday, Josh!
I'm getting old. I'm 32.
32, really?
32?
Damn. That ain't old, though.
No, it's not.
You're only
I'm still
old.
like one of the youngest people at work.
Nah. But, yeah, so anyway, today's episode
I'm
is
not the youngest person at work.
the Rob Zombie album retrospective. And so we're going to go around the circle.
And jerk it.
Yes. Like we always do, damn it, we always circle jerk when we talk about our...
It's the only way to do it.
and when we talk about our...
I mean, hey, we're in the South. There's nothing wrong with that. Especially if it's your own brother.
Oh, it's the soul. Oh. So,
Touch
all
my
right.
nipples.
When was the first time you heard Rob Zombie's solo stuff, Josh?
When it came out?
Yeah.
Good answer.
1998 when it came. The first one came out, Hellbilly Deluxe.
And that was pretty much the same for me and Zach, I know.
You know,
Because
I remember-
all of us was listening to White Zombie,
I remember
and we
the
heard this like,
longest
holy
time.
crap, this sounds like White Zombie.
Before
But
we-
it's not White Zombie, it's Rob
Before
Zombie.
we heard anything off of it, I remember seeing advertisements for it in Spawn comics.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't
Never
even
saw
remember
that.
that.
I remember that it would take up like a whole page. It would be the album cover on one whole page, and it would be like coming soon or coming this
Okay.
month or whatever. And I was like, Rob Zombie. So is this like White Zombie, but he's calling it Rob Zombie? And then I saw the video, and I'm like, this is White Zombie. But
Yeah, I
it's
remember...
Rob Zombie now, and I like it, but why did he change the name? I just didn't understand it.
Yeah, I remember that because I remember when you and I first saw the Dragula video
Yeah.
at the grandparents' house, we were like, this is White Zombie. And the only White Zombie that I remember from before that was More Human Than Human and the,
Boogeyman.
yeah, the Boogeyman, I'm Your Boogeyman video. And then this comes out, and I'm like, okay, what's the deal here? Then Dad's like, oh, that's just his solo thing. And I was like, okay. Whatever. And so his first solo album, 1998's Hellbilly Deluxe. Give me some thoughts on Hellbilly Deluxe, Josh. Ooh, I bet you float, don't you?
Alright, yeah, it's probably like my second favorite album, but it's a really solid album coming from White Zombie right out the bat. I mean, right out, just right from the gate, his first solo album. It's pretty much from front to back. Every song is really good. I mean, it's just great from beginning to end. Like I think my favorite song is I love Living Dead. Super Beast.
Yeah.
I love the first song. I love that little kind of lullaby interest.
Yeah, the Out of the Darkness, the zombie did
and then,
call.
especially if you listen to it without having any track skip part where the 2 second, but then it goes right into it. It'll just
Yeah.
jump right into Super Beast.
Yeah.
And it is perfect.
That's the thing I hate about like iPods and shit.
Modern things, they put that 2 second gap and it
Yeah,
screws up songs.
You can't listen to Pink Floyd correctly on fucking iPods and shit, because most of their shit rolls into
Rolls
the
in
next,
the next track, yeah.
and you can't listen to a lot of stuff correctly when it does that. I hate that shit, man.
Yeah, I mean it's 13. It's great. It's 13 tales, 13 songs.
Yeah, what's
And
it say? It says
13 tales of
of-
cadaverous cavorting inside the Spook Show International.
I love that shit. His ridiculously long titles about shit. I love that.
Yeah,
about
and the whole thing is like a cheesy kind of fun house. Like the artwork's all like that cheesy kind of 1950s spook show
Yeah, dude.
comic book stuff.
Seriously.
And it's great.
Seriously, man.
What about you, Zach?
What are your thoughts on Dragula? Tell me now.
It was a cool song.
Oh yeah, what the fuck? I'm saying Dracula instead of. Okay, hold on. Reverse, rewind. Tell me your thoughts. I'm done. That was stupid. But I'm a pretty stupid person, and so yeah.
Rob Zombie's albums have always been something I wish that came in digipacks.
Yeah, and like the only ones that are a digipack are awesome.
Sometimes. But no, this was a great album. I will say I don't like how, like I will say I don't like most albums that have a lot of fucking singles that are
The first tracks.
Yeah, that are all the first tracks, or if they're not the first tracks, they're all one after another. I want to hear For example, a good way to do it is how the Chili Peppers did it.
Yeah,
on
that
Blood Sugar
album.
Sex Magic.
Like, they're so spread out. The singles are so spread out.
On a 17 or 18 track CD or album, whatever, you don't get to the first single till like track 5. I want to say track 3, but that's normal. But it's not one after another.
Yeah. And
But that's like my only problem with this. It's kind of hard to listen to all the fucking singles mixed in.
Because you've already heard the singles a million times.
Yeah. And once that's over, it's like, I like to hear them spread out. Because then when they're spread out, it's kind of like a breath of fresh air because you get to hear something you're a little familiar with versus listening to everything you already know and then going into a world you don't know.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. I totally understand.
But, I will say it is one of his best ones. And he hasn't really tried to, he has tried, but he hasn't really captured the magic that he did on this one.
Yeah, that's the truth too, man. Like,
I mean, I know he did a sequel, but that was just god awful.
Oh, we'll get to that shit.
But like I said, the true Hellbilly Deluxe 2 is Sinister Urge.
Yeah, so this to me, it's my number one. What? Maybe not.
Nah.
It's my number 2. It's my number 2. I'm not gonna spoil any now. I'm just gonna say right now it's my number 2 favorite Rob Zombie album. And at the end of this, I will give a countdown of my favorite albums of his in order from best to shittiest.
He has more Rob Zombie albums than White Zombie.
I know, but this album to
they
me,
should do a reunion, but really, there's no point.
Yeah, I mean, because it'll just wind up sounding like Rob Zombie. I mean, really, unless they go back to the fucking Devil Music Volume 1 sound, which was very metal, very Spook Show metal. Whereas
I still like that song, Devil Man.
Yeah, dude, because that album rocks, man. But it's you're falling in my head, y'all. Fucking what's it? Yeah, Rob Zombie, dude. I love how yeah, zombie go.
That's one thing. He is like the Lenny Kravitz of shock rock. Because he has his signature fillers noises.
Yeah, dude.
Like Lenny Kravitz has the yeah. Just like Bono has the yeah. And what is it? Who else? Fucking Lil Jon.
Yeah, Lil Jon. Oh my god, Lil Jon, dude. You know what? Both Rob Zombie and Lil Jon do the yeah thing. They should have a yeah off. Who can fucking yeah the loudest? Rob Zombie or
Who
Lil
can hype
Jon?
the crowd the most with the
Their
yeah?
yes.
There would be an MTV guy, little DJ standing there, hovering his hand like, who's better, Rob Zombie? Lil Jon. Woo.
Yeah. Oh my god. So yeah, this album to me, man, it is one of the best first solo albums of many a career by many a musician. Because most solo albums, especially first solo albums,
It's a picture of their face with an acoustic guitar and a sad candlelit background.
they just, I don't know, man. Rob Zombie just, it blows me away how awesome this album is. And like every fucking track. And like you said with I totally agree that albums, the first several songs or all the singles shouldn't be lumped together. But at least on here, to me, the singles are so fucking good.
Well, yeah.
That like when I turn it on, I'm like, yeah, it reminds me instantly of what drew me to the album. And then when those are over, thank God all the other songs on the album are fucking just as good, if not a little better, to the point where I don't hear those first fucking couple of songs and be like, okay, well, I'm done listening to this. You know, like every fucking song is like really freaking good. And like Super Beast, to me it's a decent ass opener. And then Dracula Rocks, Living Dead Girl is a fucking classic, dude. Like, and what's really cool is like Rob Zombie, this is the last album with the, well, maybe not the last one, I don't know, his voice, if you'll notice, over the years, every album his voice kind of changes to what it is today. And on here, it's still kind of got that White Zombie feel, where you don't really know what he's fucking saying, but then he's singing a lot more clear on a bunch of songs. Yeah, exactly. And like, he's singing a little more clear, but still gruffy and shit. And,
Gruffy.
yeah, Gruff McGruff.
Scruff McGruff.
Yeah, Scruff McGruff, the crime dog, motherfucker. And I love what lurks on Channel X. I freaking love How to Make a Monster. It's a really short track, but I like the words. How to make a monster, baby, how to get it on. And Demonoid Phenomenon is cool because I'm Demonoid Phenomenon. Like it's just a rockin' ass album. Like I was 12 when this shit came out, and I remember. All right, there's this kid that back when I would go to that church, the first little goth kid I ever met, Joey, was there. This is a different Joey, not the Joey that you people might have seen on our show. And I remember, man, he like fucking wrote the lyrics to Dragula on the blackboard at the church. Why the fuck a church need a blackboard? I don't fucking know. But he wrote them on there, and like the fucking youth director, her name was Miss Gina, fucking total bitch. And she's like, Joey, I know you put that on there. And like me and Joey are just laughing at her. Yeah, but yeah, he was like obsessed with it. Here's a funny story about this dude. That Christmas, or the Christmas after, he got that first Ozzy Osbourne toy that came out that was really big, and it came with a little cross and some headless doves. And he was standing in the hall of that church with the cross and just laying in one hand. And these are tiny as fuck, man. The cross sitting in one hand and the headless doves in the other. And he's standing in the goddamn, what do you call it? The hallway of the church. And he's just standing there like with them spread out. His arms are all like he's looking glorious or some shit. And he was like rolling his eyes in the back of his head going, like when all the preppy kids were walking by. And I was like, and you wonder why they all make fun of you, man. But shit, I guess if he thought it was cool to me, because I was like, hell yeah, dude. But yeah, this album, man, fuck, dude, when I first got it, I played it out. I fucking played it out. And, then, I guess we'll go on to his next album, The Sinister Urge.
Oh, we gonna skip the remix?
Oh yeah, the remix. We'll talk about it for a moment. What do you call this? American-made music to strip by. Give me some thoughts on this, Josh.
Yeah, it's not really all that great because it's just literally just the same.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's this will be quickly. It's the first album, just remixed a little bit different, some different kind of sound effects and things into it, and it's for a remake. It's not one of their best ones. I mean, White Zombie did a better job with their remix for albums.
Really? Because I actually enjoy that one more than Super Swingin' Sexy Sounds. To me, this one's got more of a rave bump to it than Sexy Sounds does.
But I dig the album.
Yeah, the artwork is
artwork
fucking
is
awesome. Like, that's the best thing. That's the only reason you should even own this album is because of the
Sherry
artwork.
Moon's ass.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, I mean it's still great because it's the best songs from the first
And
album.
even this album, like this fucking album has a more White Zombie sound than anything he's ever done after White Zombie. Like, it sounds so close to the production on Astro Creep. But what about you, Zach?
The remix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good remix.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing special.
There's nothing special, but there's nothing wrong.
Yeah, I like it. Like I said, I like it more than Super Sexy Swinging Sounds. But yeah, so we'll go to Boom, Sinister Urge.
I'm so numb.
I'm so numb. What is it? I've become so numb.
Feels so good.
You're doing the Link. you did the Linkin Park version.
Yeah, the Linkin Park.
I like
version.
it when he's like,
Feel so bad. I
What,
feel
he's
so numb. Yeah.
I'm a dinosaur.
Yeah, what song is that one?
I'm never gonna stop, man.
Oh yeah,
Never gonna stop, man.
we sound like we're burping when we fucking try to sound like Rob Zombie. Yeah, so give me some thoughts on that album there, Josh.
Never gonna stop, man. Never gonna stop.
It's got some good songs. It's not a great follow up. They tried to make it seem like it's the follow up to Hellbilly Deluxe, like Hellbilly Deluxe 2, but it's not. It just does not have that driving force that Hellbilly Deluxe had. Because you get a good song and it gets like cheesy and slow. Then you get a good song and cheesy and slow. It gets up and down, up and down. Like, I like Dead Girl Superstar. It's got like a real. You can listen. You can probably go to like a goth strip club and listen to that.
Yeah.
Was it? I hate Feel So Numb mainly because it's so fucking played out. They played that song twice, sometimes 3 times a day, every day back in the day when this album first came out. And then every time you turn on MTV, there's the fucking video. Mm-hmm. It's all you saw.
I would say that was a cool night when I first saw the Feel So Numb video, because that night they played that video, the new Ozzy video, and the new System of a Down video.
Yeah, because wasn't that the I'm not the Antichrist or the Iron Man? Like, God, I was loving that shit when it first came out, but then I was like,
the Ozzy new song that came out that then.
yeah, I was loving it then, but then like Kyle let us hear the album, and I was like, this fucking sucks.
Yes, it had like an Arabian sound to the guitar.
That's the song that had, or that's the album that has that sappy ass fucking song. What was it called?
Because that's the only song I remember from that CD. I'm not the Antichrist or the Iron Man. Oh yeah. Hey, fucking Ozzy does it too. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but so I mean, it's like I only really like Dead Girl Superstar, House of a Thousand Corpses. Although I prefer
It's one of the best songs on there.
I prefer the movie version as opposed to this one, because the movie version has the little clips from the movie and everything.
Yeah.
But the artwork.
And that's
is
what I
pretty
like
good.
about the song "Pussy Liquor" is because it plays
They add the whole a little.
we like to get fucked up, do fucked up shit, and it's like I like to get fucked up too.
Yeah, this one's got some pretty cool artwork in it. Of course, it's got an obligatory. Got to have the band standing around, just like the other ones.
Yeah.
Like every White Zombie album had to have them standing around, looking at the camera, looking cool. We got boobs.
Yeah, this one
You got
had some
nipples.
great artwork.
Yeah, you got some nipples.
It's less cartoony and more.
More titties. There's titties and titties in this thing, on titties. And of course, you got the obligatory. Gotta have the picture of the band. More
Yeah,
titties and
every
some
picture
Bieber.
it's one of their face.
I think this one has the most boobs of all of Rob Zombie's albums.
Gibbs.
Dude.
And of course, it's got the robot head, that whatever creature from on the last page. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, that little head reminds me of the head from what the? Oh, this song! Oh my god!
Actually, this, you know what I see that? I think of Monkey Bone. When they were in whatever that other world or other land or whatever.
Yeah, I forgot about that fucking song. I'm just a dreamer. Oh,
No, you
fuck.
gotta sing it like Ozzy.
I'm just a dreamer.
Look at that.
Ah,
Whatever you were doing with your boys earlier.
I'm just a dreamer.
Don't quit your day job.
What was I doing? I'll be Iron Man. So yeah, go give me some thoughts on Sinister Urge, Zach.
It's Hellbilly Deluxe 2.
It's a better Hellbilly Deluxe 2. That's it.
Well,
Yeah, so this album to me is fantastic. Now, when I first heard it, I didn't like it. Alright, go back to 2001, the music video. I hated the fucking music video. Because, number one, I'm like, alright, American flag backdrop, 9/11 just happened, I'll allow it. But really, dude, the Gothic cheerleaders, man, like just a year ago, Marilyn Manson did it with Fight Club. And then how long ago before that? Motherfucking
Fight Club.
the fight song
Fight song.
A year? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
on Holywood.
Then you had.
Kurt Cobain.
Well, before it would have been it would actually been Weird Al. When they redid their version of it.
Yeah, with their
And then-
funny Gothic cheerleaders.
And
With
then
the one with the hairy armpits.
Kurt Cobain had their cheerleaders and
the
Smells Like Teen Spirit.
cheerleaders, the Gothic cheerleaders is such a cliche to me from like the 90s and early 2000s that is as cliche as like the 80s metal bands singing in a classroom and like they're disrupting class and shit. That's what that represents to me. It's like just, oh, I've seen this so many times. Who fucking said this was a cool idea for you, Rob Zombie? Gothic cheerleaders, yeah. And yeah, I fucking not a big fan of the song because it's just, I don't know, man. Like, now, I didn't like this album at all when I first heard it. The way I got a copy was I let Kyle borrow the first Korn album. And then a couple months later, he's like, dude, man, I'm so sorry. I left it in my dad's truck and he left the window open and it got stolen, man. I'll buy you a new one. And I'm like, dude, don't worry. Because he wound up leaving the disc to this album at our house. I was like, fuck it, just let me keep the Rob Zombie and we'll be cool. And he's like, alright, dude. And so I'm listening to it because I didn't even really listen to it when he left it over. But I put it in and I'm like, there's something fucking off about it. I was like, something about this fucking album does not fucking sound right to me. And so I never listened to it again. Until around probably 2007 or so. And I fucking got hooked. I was like really fucking digging it. And it's mostly because, alright, Hellbilly Deluxe was very electronic. And this one has a more organic sound. And I'm guessing that's what was throwing me off, was I was expecting more industrial shit as opposed to like actual band kind of shit. And, but like, it also is the first Rob Zombie where like he's really singing clean as hell. Where there is no, and I mean, like with the Never Gonna Stop Me song, like that song is awesome to me. And then fucking, is that the one with the, or no, was it Go to California with the music? Which one had the music video where it's like he's fucking looking like Tom Petty at the Alice in Wonderland fucking dinner table thing? Could it have been Never Gonna Stop? I'm a devil, I'm a dinosaur. But then the song Ironhead, alright, that song is awesome. Ozzy's on there, but then the beginning of it sucks because the way he's singing it, at the very beginning, he doesn't do it at all after the song, but it sounds like fucking Disturbed. It sounds like he's rapping like the fucking Disturbed guy.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's not good at first, but then when it starts getting into its Ironhead shit, it's like, alright. And then Go to California is cool, man. Like, I really like the groove on that shit. The Go to California, Go to California. And fucking, thankfully, Feel So Numb is like track 7. So when it comes on, like, even though I really don't like the song, I can be like, fuck it. I made it this far. Fucking let it go. And then Transylvania Transmission Part 1 is cool. And then Bring Her Down to Crippletown is cool. I really like Scum of the Earth. Scum of the Earth and Dead Girl Superstar are probably the only songs on here that are very reminiscent of the Hellbilly Deluxe sound. And then, to me, my favorite song on here is House of a Thousand Corpses. But then, like, there's a hidden track on here. I want to say that, yeah, it's like something about being horny or some shit. But, I mean, I really fucking like this album. This is my last really fucking the last Rob Zombie album I really thoroughly enjoyed for a long time. And
yeah, it gets pretty stale for a while.
Yeah. And so, I guess next we'll just talk about this for a moment, past, present, and future.
At that moment when that came out, I was a little disappointed because it seemed like, fuck. When this happens, usually the band is over.
Yeah.
He released his movie and now he's putting out a fucking greatest hit. What?
Yeah,
No.
he did come out and say he wasn't going to make any music anymore. He was going to stick to doing movies.
And then he also said that fucking Hellbilly Deluxe 2 was his last fucking physical release. Liar.
Yeah, there's a lot of backlash against that. That's one reason why.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of backlash.
But yeah, the best thing about past, present, future, the only reason you should even own it is for the DVD disc with all the videos. That makes it completely worth it. And then the CD booklet is really cool. There's a lot of cool shit to look at. And then you have songs that are... You have the song he did with Alice Cooper on the X-Files CD. And then you have a pretty decent cover of Brick House with Lionel Richie. And then some woman named Trina fucking raps on that shit and throws the whole vibe of the song off. And then freaking, it also has their version of Blitzkrieg Bop.
I like that.
Yeah, dude.
I like how they give it a groove.
Yeah, they really fucking changed that song up.
I like how it tells the story of like a heroin user through the years, then he becomes a homeless person.
Yeah, dude, because like you get all these pictures of him. It's like, here, let's just, you could do a slideshow with those pictures, and like it would just show Rob Zombie age from what's the earliest year on there?
85.
Yeah, 85 to 2003, so
Like,
almost 20 years.
Like right here, like 93, 94, he's in his, well through 96, he's kind of in a I'm a cowboy phase.
Yeah.
Then he's in the Matrix phase in 97.
Yeah, that shit looks Matrix as fuck.
Then he went back to his zombies. That's when he started doing the zombie style in the late 90s. Then he became the homeless style for like early 2000, and
seriously,
whatever Cannibal Corpse, Marilyn Manson thing in 2000, and back up Johnny
Hipster.
Depp homeless
yeah,
guy.
Johnny Depp hipster dude on the fucking 2003. He's like, I'm a director now. Yeah, this album is whatever. It's just it's worth it for the fucking the what do you call it? It's worth it for the DVDs and the 2 songs, Too Lame Blacktop and Girl on Fire, that were never released. And yeah, so after this, past, present, future, we have, oh my god, we
Educated horses.
yes, educated fucking horses.
Was that 06?
Well, yeah, what year is that? I know I picked it up in like '06. Oh my god. Go ahead and give me some thoughts on this, Josh.
Let's see. Make it simple for you. 1, 2, 3, maybe about 3 or 4 songs I like. That's about it. I like American Witch. Foxy Foxy's pretty cool.
Foxy Foxy was good.
Yeah,
It's
Foxy
a really
Foxy's
good song.
cool.
17-Year Locust is pretty good. It's alright. Scorpion Sleeps is okay, but it's got that kind of stadium anthem guitar rock in it. That's the one.
Is that the one I'm talking about? Yeah, Scorpion
That's Scorpion Sleeps.
Fucking that guitar riff and the beginning of it, it reminds me of that old Jock Jam song, the
Yes.
and it's like, it's such a dumb fucking song to me.
Let It All Bleed Out's good. Well, actually, overall, when I first got it, I didn't like it at all. I like 2 songs on there.
And it has the most
It's
boring album cover.
Yeah,
and
the whole artwork
That's
is-
his warning cover.
the whole artwork.
Yeah.
Of course, it's got more boobs. It did have this, so that's what was cool. The
the-
advertisement for El Super Bisto.
Which didn't come out till like 3
Like
fucking
a long
years
time.
later.
'Cause I didn't think this was a real thing. I thought it was just
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
it was fake.
I actually thought that was in Hellbilly 2.
No, this was this one originally came in Educated Horses because when we started advertising it, because it was in comic books too. They mentioned it in comic books, but
Well, it was a comic book.
yeah.
And I would love to get some.
They said
some of
movie
those.
coming soon. That one for years.
Yeah, 3 years is soon. Shit.
Yeah. And of course, you got more boobs and artwork, but
Yeah.
Devil's Rejects and Lords of Salem's my favorite song. One of my
Yeah.
favorite songs.
Lords of Salem is great.
Did they use that song? Is that the song they use?
There's
Sort of. There's a riff. The riff in the song they use in the movie.
Yeah, it's like
It's like 5 notes.
Yeah,
5 or 6 notes.
I mean, it's like it's not the song on the record that they're listening to. It's like some of the incidental music with like the light guitar noise, like when she's sitting there crying in the bathroom. There's notes in it that remind me of something off of this album. The Lords of Salem song or the American
it's the
Witch
guitar.
song.
The guitar does that.
Doom, doom.
Doom.
No, it's not even heavy. It's just
Yeah, well, I'm
some
saying
really-
that's the notes they play in that weird ass little the drum beat and weirder like kind of violin sound.
do do.
Except they
do.
play it slower.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a solid album, but it's just don't feel. It's not on like Hellbilly Deluxe level. It's a pretty solid. It's still a very good. It's still a good album. I mean, all these Rob Zombie albums are still good.
Yeah, to an extent.
But this is one of the ones you have to listen to a lot to start
Oh,
like. It has
yes.
to grow on you.
It
'Cause,
really does.
I had this album I actually had it for a couple of years. And I listened to like 1 or 2 songs, and I would force myself to listen to it mainly because I wasn't paying attention and didn't listen to it. Zach, it's your turn.
You have the talking pillow.
I remember buying it for you.
No, I bought that because that was the day I bought you that fucking AFI album.
That was right. I couldn't remember if I bought you
What a
a
trade-off.
CD or you bought me a CD. That was the thing. I couldn't remember if I bought you a CD or you bought me one.
Yeah, because I bought you that. What album was that by AFI?
Shitty December Underground.
Okay.
December Underground. Miss Murder.
Was their
Because
fault.
I didn't even know that it was even out. I saw it at the store and I was like, oh, Rob Zombie's got a new album.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I guess I'll get it.
No parental advisory?
No parental advisory.
Nope. There ain't nothing really. There really ain't nothing in it.
Seriously, there's a couple boobs.
And it's in black and white and artwork
Yeah,
on,
it's
so it's
just-
considered art.
Yeah.
Well, all boobs are art.
Well, if it's a photograph, it's one thing, But if it's drawn, it's
Yeah, if it's a photograph, they can say, "Oh, it's porn." Yeah, put a sticker on it. Ugh.
one, you don't even have nipples in it, so it's just round mounds.
Round mounds.
That'd be a good dessert right there. That's like an off-brand of ho-hos. Round mounds.
Oh my god. Yes, do you remember much about that album, Zach?
I remember not liking it.
Pretty fucking much.
See right there, this should be like a big horse cock right there.
Yeah,
now. This would have been great. That'd have been funny. At least like, there's a big horse cock right there.
Yeah, you know, it'd give you something cooler to look at than the rest of the fucking
horse cock
crap.
is cool to look at.
Yeah, I'd like to look at some horse dick.
I mean, fuck, dude.
Ugh, trying to force myself.
I was slightly disappointed in this when it came out. I guess, yeah. I didn't like it. I mean, it just sounded like he stripped it away and just made it sound like rock.
Oh, yeah. And on top of that, Andrew WK.
Oh yeah, like there's a very.
It looks like Andrew W.
He just
fucking K.
needs. He just
A bloody
needs
nose
his-
and a wife
He needs
beater.
a bloody nose.
Yeah, it's like he just needs a bloody nose, or it's close to the second Andrew WK album. Like it's just. I mean, because like this one on this Andrew WK, it's like he just got his ass whooped. You don't know. You're like, damn, dude, he looks drugged up.
Which
He's
is
fucking bleeding from the nose.
It's no bash on Andrew WK because we love Andrew
Yeah, I
WK.
fucking love Andrew
That would be the
WK.
shortest podcast ever.
Yeah,
We would
dude.
really just be talking about his
You
personality.
just talk about it and we just party in the background. People listen to us party.
Yeah, man. Party.
Party.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So let me bitch about this album. And
Rant.
when I first got it, I fucking hated this. I was like, this fucking sucks. This fucking
Dog-dogs.
sucks. And I listened to it once, didn't touch it again until around the time Hellbilly Deluxe 2 was coming out, and I was like, you know what? Let me give this another shot. And I wound up really liking it. And like Josh said, it grows on you. Like, there was nothing on here I liked beforehand, but now there's a lot of stuff on here. Like Zach, like you said, it's stripped the fuck down. It's just rock with Rob Zombie tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
And
And then Anthem Rock.
yeah, and like this is almost like this is almost Rob Zombie by way of Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
I mean, really, dude, it's got a very Southern rock-esque sound, and then
Which sucks because we kind of like that Southern rock sound.
Yeah,
It's just, that one's just
yeah.
got a very good Southern rock sound.
and then you look at the pictures of the band. You got John Five in there, and like they all just look like Southern rock dudes. It looks like all you need is fire in the background, and it's that one Leonard Skinner fucking album. And yeah, there's nothing at all cool to look in here. I mean, I like the pictures of the band, in the woods and shit, but come on, Rob, you got lots of cool artwork. I mean, really, what's happening here? Just nothing. This is the most basic ass artwork a Rob Zombie album has ever fucking had, and that even goes with the music on here. It's so fucking basic. The only thing that really moves anywhere different is the Foxy Foxy song, because it's kind of like a strip clubby kind of song. And then I really like The Death of It All because it has sort of a southern twang to it. Devil's Rejects is cool. The Lords of Salem song is awesome. I really like American Witch. I mean, the album is just like you said, Josh. It's just fucking solid. It's passable, but I think it's really good. I know David fucking hates it. David hates this album, but I keep telling him, like, it's one of those things, dude. Like, you gotta kind of force yourself to like it in a way. I mean, like, it took me a long fucking time to actually enjoy this album. And it's still not one that I turn on all that much when I want to hear some Rob Zombie. Like, it's just fucking basic. It's just Rob Zombie. It feels like Rob Zombie, like, he's like, okay, I just did Devil's Rejects. I guess I gotta do another album. Fuck it. It's like, he almost doesn't give a shit on this album, like, at all. So, with that out of the way, we're gonna go to...
NGWK.2.
Yeah, seriously.
Or Bum Fights, as I like to call it.
Yeah, the Bum Fight
fucking
album.
Fights. They look like they just got done in a big-ass barroom fight.
Seriously, fucking Bum Fights. Hellbilly Deluxe 2.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty good. It's got more of that kind of, I don't know how you describe, like, kind of like the White Zombie kind of first Hellbilly style sound to me, and I love the artwork of the book is just amazing. This one's got the most titties of all of them.
Yeah.
It's got more titties than you can fucking stand with. You know,
This one does have some of the best artwork.
Yeah, I mean, it's great, and it's even got Rob Zombie nipple.
Yeah, oh
Got a
yes.
little nipple. And right there, you can actually see some pussy.
Oh yeah.
Right there.
Vagina blow.
Yeah, right there. Right above his head. See, they had to blur most of it up, but you can see the bush and everything.
Ah.
You got some bush.
Oh man.
But yeah, it's overall, it's a pretty decent album. It's not my favorite album, but it's listenable. Let me get this back in here real quick. Get in there. It's of course, the outer album cover can use a lot of fucking work.
The album cover sucks.
Because it literally looks like bum fights.
Seriously.
But you know, especially for that being Hellbilly Deluxe, it could have had something that reminded me of
like,
Hellbilly Deluxe, the first one.
It's a fucking sequel in name only.
Yes,
really.
It really is, because it has his
like if
style.
it was a sequel, he should have used the same musicians.
Oh yeah, well,
the same producers. I mean, really.
The only thing it had going for it was the artwork inside it that kind of had that. But even then, it wasn't that cartoony kind of artwork. It was all
This one is it's very like movie cover.
B-rated movie style. The music itself is not that bad, but it's not anything like original Hellbilly Deluxe.
Yeah.
It's got his style, some of the beats, the driving beats. Sick Bubblegum. That one I like. I like Sick Bubblegum. That's a good song.
Yeah, and you gotta love a song where the chorus is just rock ya motherfucker, yeah, yeah.
And like Werewolf Women of the SS, which is kind of cool because you know the B-rated movie Werewolf Women of the SS.
Yeah, his little trailer.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. I love that. Like, wow, he can make a whole full-length movie. I'd watch
Yeah,
that.
apparently they filmed like fucking 30 minutes of footage to make that short ass trailer. So, but they didn't. You know, there's nothing cohesive to make a fucking actual film.
Yeah, there's like really no story.
Yeah,
to it.
It's like I would
film
like
scenes
for
of
him to
Sherry
make
Moon
that.
naked with an SS hat.
Yeah, I
That's
would
about
love
it.
for him to fucking make that as a movie. I would love to fucking see that.
But
That'll be fucking cool.
It's not the same as Hellbilly Deluxe, like as far as music wise, because it's good. It's better than Educated Horses. That's like the bottom. That's like garbage compared to this, but I still like Educated Horses. I mean, it's still good. This is still a good album. It's just
That's Educated Horses too.
there. Yeah, I guess we go to that.
Yeah.
It's because it does have like
Sinister Urge is Hellbilly Deluxe 2. Hellbilly Deluxe 2
Jesus
is
Frankenstein. They do the
Educated
chant.
2.
Just Frankenstein.
Yeah. Oh hell.
Yeah, they do that, the whole
Jesus.
chanting thing in these album too. So we got into the anthem rock style music. But I mean, it's overall there's your parental advisor sticker right there. This one's got more boobs than the other one, so you gotta have it in there. But I mean, it's overall it's decent. It's still not my favorite.
I imagine it would have a parental advisory on there. One of the courses like "Rock you motherfucker."
Yeah.
Like, cause there's really no cussing at all on Educated Horses.
Nah, I can't even really think.
Yeah,
of
I seriously can't think of a single cuss word.
It's all because of Rob Zombie's nipple. That's why.
yeah.
It's overall, it's a decent album. It's good. It's worth pickup. Not gonna be your greatest one. It really shouldn't be Hellbilly Deluxe 2 because it's not Hellbilly Deluxe at all. There's nothing Hellbilly Deluxe about it.
The only thing deluxe about it is the artwork.
Yeah, inside artwork.
Yeah,
not the cover or back.
Like the outside just looks. seriously looks like bum fights.
Yeah, it looks like a bum
Even
fucking
the
song.
back of it, it's fucking bum fights. They all
Yeah,
just got
dude.
paid for beer to beat
Or
each other's ass.
was it scar tissue from Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yeah, when they that video.
All we need is them riding around in a
In a
fucking beat up ass
Cadillac
convertible.
that witch you saw.
Oh my god, he needs to be playing a broken ass guitar.
Yeah, I always wondered when I was little watching that video, like, how does that even work? There's no strings on it.
It's air guitar,
neck
man.
is crooked.
That's air guitar, little Padawan. That's the power of the Force.
Yeah, he's forcing it.
He's forcing. Yeah, like we had to force ourselves to listen to it.
He's forcing it. Yeah, so what do you
fourth leg?
So what do you think about this shit, Zach?
It sucks.
Come on, you be a little nicer than that. Tell us what you really think.
Educated horses too.
Yeah. This.
I was disappointed when it came out because it didn't remind me anything of the original. And he was saying this was going to be his last release. It really disappointed me. I'm like, if this is your last thing, you should have went out on a bang. This is kind of underwhelming. Not kind of, it really was underwhelming.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed. How dare you even call this fucking Hellbilly
Yeah,
Deluxe 2?
They should have called. They could have given it any other name and it'd been fine.
I mean,
but
I
Hellbilly
called
Deluxe 2.
the new fucking album Hellbilly Deluxe 2 before this one.
They could have called it Dumb Donkeys or something.
Yeah.
Stupid donkeys.
Like that album, I remember listening to it all the way through, and then that last song came on. I was so fucking bored through that 10-minute drum solo. The drummer didn't even do anything special for it to be a fucking drum solo.
Yeah, it's just.
Fake channel.
Like, dude, at this point in my life, I've heard way better drummers that deserve an extended solo, and you're not one of them.
Pit farting on a snare drum would have been better.
Yeah.
I would rather hear Lars Ulrich play Saint Anger, goddamn trash can snare, before listening to that last song.
The man who laughs.
Yeah.
The man who laughs.
Yeah, this album. I used to defend it by saying, like you just said, Rob Zombie originally said this was going to be his last physical album, and that he was gonna. It was 10 years after he said it was coming up to the 10th year anniversary of Hellbilly Deluxe, and he was like, let's do a Hellbilly Deluxe 2.
Nope, should have just re-released Hellbilly Deluxe.
Yeah, he says that these songs are close to the Hellbilly Deluxe style, which is wrong, and they're not. And
I bet he's listening to this right now like, fuck you. Yes, they are.
I
Fuck you,
mean-
internet kid.
No, he's jerking off with all his money. Like, fuck you guys, I got the money. You still paid for it, you dumbass.
Yeah, seriously. And
You're still
also,
talking about it 4 years later.
I used to defend
I've already
it.
moved on.
I used to defend it and be like, if he's going to start his solo albums with Hellbilly Deluxe, let's bookend the physical copies with Hellbilly 2. But then Venomous Rat came out.
Well, that was really out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
a real
really, I wasn't
surprise.
expecting it.
This album, man, the artwork is fantastic. The music, I like things about it. I really like Sick Bubblegum because it has that stripper kind of fucking feel to it.
And I love the single album cover for Sick Bubblegum. That reminds me of Venomous Rat. That's what it should have been.
Yeah, the single cover for Sick Bubblegum is a cooler album cover than
It's
this.
seriously got the Sherry Moon doing the fucking licking a pussy symbol.
Yeah, and there's nothing on here that pushes boundaries. It's not as
Playing
basic.
safe.
Yeah, it's not as basic as Educated Horses, and it is Rob Zombie really trying. Like he put a lot of heart in this. Like you can hear the effort, you can see the effort, but it just doesn't really do it for me. I mean, God, I don't know, man. It's
as pointless as Toy Story 3.
It's hard to say if I like Educated Horses better than this, or if I like this better than Educated Horses.
They're both fucking disappointments in my
Yeah,
eyes.
like you said, this was a very underwhelming album. When I bought it, I had a lot of hype. I was like, dude, this is
Hillbilly
it.
Deluxe 2, come on. There's part 2 to one of the best albums.
Yeah, I remember it was
he
around
came
the
out
same
with.
time when the new fucking Green Jello album came out, and I was like, this one, I'm actually more anticipated about this album, and it's fucking much better.
And like this is
Bad.
like it's not bad.
Stinks.
It's just Rob Zombie doing Rob Zombie.
It's Rob Zombie getting bored, like fucking Ozzy. It's like, I guess I gotta put out another fucking album.
It does kind of feel like that. Like to me, it doesn't feel. He doesn't seem as bored on here as he does with Educated Horses, but it just doesn't feel too inspired. It's like
Rob Zombie doing Halloween. I'm just getting through this shit so I can get my thing I
oh
want to do.
God, we'll get to that. Oh my God.
I like the first one.
But yeah, this album is what it is, and it's still not one of the first ones I turn on. And even when I did our first Halloween episodes, and I was like reviewing this, like I was like, damn, I still really can't get into it all that much. But I mean, there's things about it that rock. I mean, I do kind of like the dumbass drum solo in The Man Who Laughs. I mean, because it's different. It's not impressive. It's just, It was different to me. I was like, okay, still going.
Give you a chance to go piss when you come back.
Yeah, you take a piss, take a dump, take a trip to the liquor store. Yeah, intermission.
It's like that one part during Inagata Devita.
Yeah, see, that's what it reminded me of, but not as cool.
Exactly, it's not as good as Inagata Devita.
Yeah, because I could be sober, and that part in Inagata Devita will make me feel stoned. But on here, I get bored. I'm like, okay, I like the fact that you did this because it really changes the pace of the album, but then at the same time, I'm like, I wish it made me feel high. And even listening to it high didn't do anything for me. Like when I'm stoned, nothing's boring to me except for that. So, that's really all I gotta say. It's just.
You'll talk about it again in another 4 years.
It doesn't suck, but it sucks. But thankfully, he retcons his decision, and he gives us probably the best Rob Zombie album since The Sinister Urge. Venomous Rat Regeneration Vendor.
Yes, my number 1.
Oh! Wow!
I love this album. It's a great fucking album. I love the cover. I love your fucking 3D artwork cover. That's cool.
That's awesome.
The Best Buy special. Yeah, it's fucking amazing. It's great. It's like a completely different, like this artwork's completely just different from anything Rob Zombie's ever done.
Hellbilly Deluxe 2 to be.
Seriously.
And then the artwork. We'll start with artwork. It's just fucking awesome. Like,
I love how
like this
glossy
one.
it is.
It's like photos. It's
yeah,
great.
I love that.
And it's just crazy. It's like home pictures of random shit from their like they just went to their home family photo albums and started posting shit in there. And then, like that looks like fucking Molly Hatchet.
I'm thinking Bat Out of Hell.
Yeah, it's got a Bat Out of Hell fucking vibe, Molly Hatchet vibe.
But it's great, and of course, that's kind of cool. You got your little sticker from. Okay, John 5. That's cool. Kind of looks like a crow.
Yeah,
he
dude.
did the crow thing with the X. Then he did the zombie thing with the X on his head. That's kind of cool. You know, and it had a great. This actually has a really good lineup this time. And, you know, the artwork is amazing. Oh, that's cool. I just love the
she's
chick
riding the rat.
bareback. Yeah, it's yeah. See, I remember Gingerfish.
Gingerfish just looks like Marilyn Manson gingerfish in
Yes,
this picture.
Because that's the thing. They always did the cross his face.
Yeah.
And Rammstein did the same thing too in some of their pictures, and we did it too. We all did that shit. So and then of course so you get the badass cover album, and the music is fucking fantastic. I love Teenage Nosferatu Pussy. Just comes out right.
Teenage Nosferatu.
That is a anthem chanting song, but it's actually good. It's a good one. Then Dead City Radio is really fucking awesome.
Yeah,
and
I fucking love that. Yeah, the video is great, dude.
I love theme for the Rat Vendor. That's so cool.
One of the best songs on there. Like,
it is.
That shit had a Hellbilly Deluxe 1 fucking vibe.
And Ging Gang Gong to Do Gong de Laga Raga.
Yeah, it's so hard to say that shit.
Let alone sing that shit.
Gang Gang Gong to Do Gong de Laga Raga.
Yeah, and like Rock and Roll in a Black Hole is a good song.
That one to me, I'll talk about that in a minute.
I mean, it's not bad. It's probably one of the weaker songs on this album, but it's still not a bad song. Behold the Pretty Filthy Creatures. That sounds like a Marilyn Manson title for a song right there.
Yeah.
White Trash Freaks. It's like another Marilyn Manson song.
Really though, White Trash Freaks is very Rob Zombie to me because like
the title.
Yeah, like
but White Trash gives me Marilyn Manson vibes.
Really though?
Just because the White Trash get down.
Can you think
okay, White
his
Trash.
first album?
Yeah.
Portrait of American Family. Yeah, I hate. It's weird. It's random. I don't know why it's in here. We're an American band, and it's not even Rob Zombie style. It's literally just a note for note, word for word remake. Oh, not even a remake. It's just they just said, "Hey, let's play American Band." Like they probably just recorded shit while they're just fucking around.
It's a shittier remake than his Halloween movies.
When I first heard "We're an American Band" cover, I thought that would fit perfect with like the Undertaker walking down the fucking ring. I swear to God, because it just sounds like.
It sounds like it's in a wrestling arena.
Yeah. It sounds like that's one of those songs that would get the crowd.
So unimaginative. It's cool if they did it and they did it in Rob Zombie style.
Yeah.
His style of music, even White Zombie style, been good. But it's just so unoriginal because it's exactly like the original. There's no he didn't put his stamp on it at all. Lucifer Rising.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Great title. Good book too.
Yeah. And I'm pissed because I had a Lucifer Rising book that basically gave you the history of the devil in pop culture from the beginning of the devil until when the book was written. And I let your ex Amber borrow it.
Yeah, she took a whole bunch of shit.
Never fucking got it back.
I think she almost had a stroke giving birth to a child. So.
Oh really?
Karma's a bitch. I guess. I don't know. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, she has a baby. David told me.
And the girl who loved monsters.
Yeah, the girl who loved the monsters.
Traded your guns for a coffin.
I love that, man, because even the title of that has some nice commentary today with everybody saying guns are bad, we need to get rid of guns. Well, the reason we have guns is, to keep ourselves from to keep the government from fucking taking us over.
But yeah, I mean, straight up, this is my number one album. I love this album. It edges out Hellbilly Deluxe. Not a lot. It just edges it out, but I really like this album. It's a great album. And I'm glad they started with Hellbilly Deluxe. So this is a great. If he ends here, it's a great way to end. It's just that's going out with a bang.
But he has said they're working on a new one. So what do you got to say about this, Zach?
I don't really remember much. I do remember liking it the first time I heard it.
Yeah, because we did that first listen. I think that might be the most you've ever really heard it.
Yeah. And I believe I said the same thing about the Undertaker walking down the ring.
Yeah, you might have. But yeah, this album, my expectations were pretty fucking low.
After that fucking Hellbilly Deluxe 2, you can't play.
Yeah, after two very boring albums, I was like, okay, he's doing a new album, gonna pick it up because, dig Rob Zombie. But then I saw the track titles, and I was like, some of these songs, even the name of the album, I was like, this shit has an old school fucking Rob Zombie vibe to all the song titles and the album title. I was like, it almost has a White Zombie vibe. And so I picked it up, and I was blown away. I mean, maybe I liked it so much because my expectations were so low, but to this day, it's one that I turn on as much as Hellbilly and Sinister Urge. It just, you can't go wrong with the fucking artwork, number one. It's some of the best artwork since the Sinister Urge. And the album cover is seriously my favorite Rob Zombie album cover. I mean, it's so fucking psychedelic, dude. It really is. It just, I'm staring at this album now and I feel stoned.
It fits more with the movies that he put out, the original movies that he put out, than the 2 albums that came after the movies he put out.
Yeah.
Hell, that thing doesn't even match. That album cover it doesn't even match anything except for the one single, the Sick Bubblegum single. That's complete, stands on its own. It's completely different from everything else, except for the inside. The inside, you definitely get that Hellbilly Deluxe vibe, but it's just a great case and cover.
And I like every song on here, but the only, like I said earlier, Rock and Roll in a Black Hole is kind of goofy to me. I mean, it doesn't suck. It's just goofy. The lyrics, like I love the electronica kind of intro it has, but then the lyrics to me are dumb. It's like, we're all living in a black hole, and all we want to do is a rock and roll, and I'm like, that's kind of dumb.
Like, how do you do a rock and roll?
I mean, that's kind of dumb. But yeah, the worst song on here, We're an American Band. I mean, like I mentioned during the Typo Negative podcast that when a band does a cover, a lot of times it will throw the vibe of the album off, but Typo Negative always finds a way to make their cover songs match the vibe of the album to where it feels like it belongs. But this, when you get to track 9 on here,
just skip it.
Yeah, don't
add it to your.
And if you have a digital version, just delete it.
Yeah, it just, you hit a brick wall right after White Trash Freaks, a badass song like that, and then you get hit with We're an American Band. I love the Grand Funk version, but the Rob Zombie version is just so basic. Like you said, there's nothing Rob Zombie about it. It just throws me the fuck off. And
that's what I liked about his other covers on the Past, Present, Future.
Yeah, I mean, he makes Blitzkrieg Bach his fucking own. Bach.
Bop.
Let this damn cat
your
out of
cat's
here.
gone crazy, man. It's the Rob Zombie life. You can't help it.
Yeah, the cat's like, oh my god, I'm going to be eaten by a giant rat. But,
you should play the Grand Funk Railroad one and that one side by side.
Seriously.
I bet you just line up perfectly.
We're an American band.
It'll just reverb it.
And I mean, yeah, that's really all it would do. And I mean, every song on here rocks except for that one. To me, it really brought my interest in Rob Zombie back. I was like, thank you, Jesus. I mean,
unfortunately, it's supposedly his last one. So it's like, I got my interest back. Oh, I'm done.
Well, I mean, he says they're working on another one.
Oh, that'd be nice, especially if it's more like this one.
Yeah, and I would hope so, man. I would hope so. I hope he experiments more, instead of stays the same.
We need a techno Rob Zombie.
I mean, yeah. I mean, just experiment more. I mean, because Rob Zombie to me would probably be awesome if he got a little more avant-garde. I mean, shit, dude. It seems like he experiments more with his movies than he does with his music.
I think his brother was more experimental.
Oh, and they
experimented the wrong way. They nailed it. They nailed it great with When Worlds Collide, but then after that, they do the punk album. Like, oh god, that was horrible. And his last album, I liked V for Vampire. That's a pretty good album. Whichever I think whatever that one is, I can't remember the name of the album. But after that, his brother is one that tries to experiment different things. It doesn't necessarily succeed, but at least it's experiment.
Shit.
Yeah. And I still enjoy it to this day, and so I guess that's really all I have to say about it, except for it's fucking fantastic. And so now, let's fucking go and give me your top, in all in order, your favorite Rob Zombie albums, Josh.
Venomous Rat.
That's number 1.
Hellbilly Deluxe.
Is that number 2?
Yes, it's just going down. Sinister Urge would be... So I'm not going to count the remakes because they're good on their own, but they're the same thing. Well,
Yeah.
hell, yeah. But, yeah. So, yeah, I'll do Sinister Urge.
Number 3, Sinister Urge.
Yeah. Or, well, it's like 3 would be tied with Rob's Educated Horses and Sinister Urge.
Oh.
It'd have to be tied because, they're both good, but they're also both kind of weak in their own right. And, of course, don't count Past, Present, Future. Except for the song, except like the unique songs that are great.
Yeah, Girl on Fire.
Girl on Fire, because that was also in the Resident Evil
Yeah.
soundtrack, so I like that one. And Hellbilly Deluxe is pulling in the rear, because the Deluxe 2 is just... it's just crap. It's crap. I can't... It's good crap. It's good enough to listen to, but it's still crap.
It's a good dump.
Yeah, that's about where my list stands too.
Yeah, it's...
About the same.
Because it's not...
Except I probably put Hellbilly first.
Yeah, because he did... Yeah, Zach doesn't really listen to that one as much as we did. Hellbilly Deluxe before.
I mean, I really only heard Venomous Rats once.
Yeah, I listened to it a lot. It was like, oh god, something fresh. And it was pleasantly...
Yeah.
It was like a nice big tall glass of iced tea on a hot
ass day, yeah. It was a very
refreshing.
nice surprise. And
It's like some lemonade.
yeah, so my number 1 Rob Zombie album is tied with Venomous Rat and Sinister Urge. So I'm copping out there. My number 1 is 2 albums. But fuck it. Number 2 would be Hellbilly Deluxe 1. Number 3 would be Educated Horses. Like,
And bringing up the rear again.
yeah, bringing up the rear is
Deluxe 2.
Deluxe 2, and the only
Andrew
reason
WK2.
the only reason is because, I mean, even though Educated Horses is pretty fucking shitty, it at least experiments a little bit. Even though it strips the fuck down to its bare ass bones, it really grew on me to the point where I can turn it on a good little bit, but not as much as the others. But Hellbilly Deluxe 2, man, it was just a fucking disappointment. I mean, it rocks. But
It would be better
Yeah,
if
Educated
it wasn't
Horses.
called Hellbilly Deluxe too.
yeah, I mean, even if he would have called it something else, I would have just been like, it's just a normal Rob fucking Zombie album.
Educated Horses could have been more Hellbilly Deluxe 2 than anything.
I mean, yeah, Educated Horses, it's a boring fucking album too, but
Sinister Urge is Hellbilly Deluxe too.
yeah, Sinister Urge.
It even looks like it.
Yeah.
The album cover, because hell, it was number fucking 2.
Seriously. Hellbilly Deluxe 2 is just Hellbilly Deluxe 4.
I just figured he didn't want to call it Hellbilly Deluxe 2 because, who does that? I'm going to name
I
part
mean,
2 of my
really,
albums.
it's almost the same
Yeah.
cover. The font is the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's still
And
got all the
he still has
satanic
the skulls
symbols.
going down the side. It's really Hellbilly Deluxe 2.
Just looked like his brother did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The weird shape of letters.
I mean, yeah, those are mine. Because, I don't know, Sinister Urge to me, I love Hellbilly Deluxe. And I hate to say it's number 2, but it's just Sinister Urge wound up, to me, being a little more fun. Because, I mean, I love Hellbilly 1, dude. But Sinister Urge takes a couple risks that I actually enjoy. Like with the song Go to California and Never Gonna Stop. Like, there's almost a disco
Yeah, I mean,
to
it's,
it.
well, yes, like the first one, it's all the same. Every song is all exactly the same style. That one, Sinister Urge, has different style.
Yeah.
Even Feel So Numb, even though it's played the fuck out and I hate it because of that,
Yeah.
it's still a good fucking song.
Yeah, I mean, it still rocks and it does what it needs to do, but I'm glad that it's not like the first track on the album, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd have been like, fuck this. I'll listen to it another day.
But yeah, so I guess that ends the Rob Zombie album retrospective. And shit, if you guys listen to Rob Zombie, list your favorite top.
Probably the same list we gave you.
Yeah.
Just
Not much
slightly
choices to
altered.
choose from.
Yeah.
The possibilities are not really endless.
But shit. Give us a spooky sound, Josh.
Rain isn't spooky.
Rain isn't spooky.
See, that's cool. You can do like 3 of them at the same time. Mine cancels them out if I hit another one. But if you guys want to catch us out on the internet,
Find us on the interwebs.
yeah, you can check us out on Twitter at Monster FT Studio.
They probably turn it off by this.
Yeah, probably so.
Just look at the links below.
Yeah, check out our videos on rtgomer.com with you'll find us and a bunch of other great producers. Check our music out on soundcloud.com/Bloody Chuckle Studios. And shit, if you want to see us on Instagram, bullshit ass pictures, Bloody Chuckle Studios on Instagram, and shit. We'll see you on the next Halloween episode.
We'll see you on the morrow.
And see you on the morrow.
Oh, and
There's nothing like the smell of the flesh of a burning child. There's nothing like the taste of the flesh of a dying child. And you might think I'm crazy, but I believe I'm wild. There's nothing like the smell of the flesh of a burning child. There's nothing